Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is for the full moon on July 29th, 2026. And you, Libra, are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Libra, we all have a little bit of Libra in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, where does Libra show up for you? That's where this information is most likely to be prominent for you. All right, this is general or collective, so take what works for you and just leave the rest. All right, I'm doing a bit of a different spread here. I want to focus on the 3 days before and the 3 days after the full moon. That's when we can really feel that energy coming through. As you know, full moons can be very emotional. And if you've ever worked in the hospitality industry or as a nurse or at the hospitals, you know it can get pretty busy at the full moon. The full moon that we have right now is in the sign of Aquarius, and that's on July 29th. And the energy of Aquarius is the conflict with this full moon will be probably centered around individualism and the group energy. So Aquarius energy is very much individualistic. At the same time, they do consider the group as part of the equation, and you need to include the group in making decisions. Like, so if you have a family, that would include, including everyone in the family to make a decision, but, important decisions. But the moon is always opposed by the sign opposing it on the horoscope wheel. And the sign directly across from Aquarius is Leo. Now, Leo also values individuality very highly. And they are actually like natural born leaders. They're very charismatic and they have that kind of energy about them. The thing about Leo, though, it takes them a while to mature to the level to have that ability to lead. It takes life experience, etc. And so the Leo energy is less concerned about the group energy, and it's like, hey, I'm the leader, do it the way I say. So that's kind of the conflict that's you might be feeling with this full moon. That's basically the energy that it's bringing up. And so let's see. We have the underlying energy for the reading, and also for the moon itself is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is talking about this conflict for sure. This is outer conflict and inner conflict. So this could be your energy. You're having to stand up for yourself because of something coming from outside of you. There's some sort of conflict coming your way. This is this is not just kind of, a little bit of conflict. This is cutthroat energy, and it's energy that's coming towards you that's willing to risk everything to get what they want. So you've already had to engage in battle with two people here. And they've laid down their swords, and they might be a little bit shocked because they might not be used to you standing up for yourself in this way. Because you clean their clocks and, they're like, whoa, we're out of here. And you're standing there and you've got 3 more swords in your hand, and you're like, hey, anyone else want to come up, against me? Because you're not taking what's mine from me. And so this is the energy that the Libra energy is in right now. So this can also be talking about how this outer conflict, then of course it's going to create inner conflict. And the inner conflict, of course, attracts more outer conflict. So this is talking about, the swords represent the element of air, and this is about your thoughts. The swords are your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. And so this can sometimes represent 3 versions of you having inner conflict within yourself. And it can be representing the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is formed by the time we're 6 or 7 years of age. And, if you think about back to that time, you probably don't remember very much about when you were a baby up till about kindergarten. Most people don't. And that energy is, that in that time frame, especially when you're a baby, like think about how much a baby learns in the first year of their life alone. The babies are like sponges. It's like their environment, they soak it up like a sponge. So the thoughts that the subconscious mind are made up of are the people that are in charge of your care and the environment they provide you. So like even, you know, like the religion that you are, the food that you eat, the culture that you come from, you know, the occupation that your parents are, you know, are working in. All of these different factors, how educated they are, the language you speak, everything is dependent upon that energy of the people that are in charge of your care. So it's heavily imprinted on you, yet it's not really your thoughts, it's the thoughts of the people that raise you. And when we get into conflict, the subconscious mind is often the first one that pops up. It's very heavily imprinted on us, and it can cause us to have, you know, conflict, because it's not really our thoughts, it's the thoughts of the people that were in charge of us growing up, and we can't really remember that time even. So it's not the most reliable. And then the unconscious mind is, you know, your spiritual needs. And a lot of people will agree that, yes, I'm a human being and I have a soul, but from the soul's perspective, you are a soul traveling in a human body. This is your vehicle for getting around. And if your needs aren't being met, then the unconscious mind will start arguing with the subconscious and the conscious mind. Your conscious mind, you have a handle on it. You know, you can say, hey, I just cleaned 2 people's clocks and I'll clean yours too if you come at me. It's that type of energy. You can relate the experience, you have memory of it. And so this energy, this conflict between the minds, if you can learn to, through meditation and prayer, quiet the mind and get these 3 working together, that's when you have, like, you can plug into your authentic desires in your heart, and that this conflict won't bother you in the same way. But just being advised that when this card comes up, it is talking about, you know, very cutthroat energy. Like, look at even the sky. So there is definitely some sort of energy around you like that. But if you are calm within, then you can respond to it rather than react to it, and you'll have a much better outcome. So let's focus here. See, this is the Aquarius full moon energy, and we have a new lover coming in. So if you're looking for love right now, the divine is saying there's someone that's perfect for you. And this energy is talking about someone, the cloud in between is talking about people that you know, it's someone that you don't know. Having said that, the Lover's card in the beginning of tarot was always more about the choices you have of the people in the inner circle. So if you're not looking for love, this could be about, you know, romantically, this could be about something you love, something you love to do or something you love to be. It could be a business that you're working on, a project that is close to your heart. It could have to do with your family, that type of energy, something that you do love. The Page of Swords is representing the energy of information, communication coming in. And what's significant about the Page is they would start to work for the King and Queen very young, 7 to 14 years of age. And their main responsibility would be to run communication back and forth throughout the palace walls. It's significant, their age, because back then, they didn't have as long a life expectancy as we do now. It was almost half of what we have now. So they didn't really enjoy childhood and adolescence how we think of it. But it's talking about the Page of Swords. When this card shows up, it can be talking about information or communication coming in from when you were in elementary school, high school, starting out in college, university, maybe just starting out in the workforce. This can talk about apprenticeship, that type of energy. So this is talking about some sort of communication or information coming in regarding, it could be something that happened when you were in that time frame, or this could be someone that you knew from back then and they all of a sudden show up in your life again, and some communication information comes up about them. And the Pages, when they would work for the King and Queen, it would be a real coup to get that position. And then when they were older, if they were still there, like they would be given more and more responsibility as they went. And at the age of 21, if they were still there, they could be considered possibly for knighthood if they could afford their own horse. So this would represent someone, a time frame for you when you were under the age of 21. And it can also represent about someone that you met or knew back then or apprenticed with. The energy here also is about, each of the pages have their own element, and this is the element of air. So again, it's about the sword energy. So it might have something to do with this energy here. And, the Page of Swords is the only one. He's not looking at the sword. He already has the logical question. He wants to think outside the box and look away. So the swords, they are double-edged. There's intuition on one side and there's logic on the other. He has the logical question. He wants to think outside the box now and see if he can come up with a creative solution to whatever this problem is. So if you have something going on, you might be looking for that, for information to come in, or you might be doing some research on information. These days we have so many ways of communicating. So this could be a phone call, a text message. You might even get something in the mail. Maybe you've ordered something to see if you can learn something from a kit or something like that I'm picking up. This also could be DNA, actually. This card sometimes represents like an investigation going on, either legal or illegal. It can be like private detective energy, someone gathering information, that type of thing. So this is talking about as well, you might be messaged by someone on social media, attend an event and run into someone and they have exactly the information that you need. It's that type of energy. So, but there's something, it looks like, that is causing a lot of conflict and you're looking for some resolution for it. There also could be a new partner or lover coming in, or someone that loves what you do as well, someone that maybe would be a good partner for a business if that's what you're working on, that type of energy. We do have the star here. And so the star energy is very galactic. She's got her foot in the universal pool of water here, and she's adding her own special, unique qualities to that universal pool. And then she's mixing that together and pouring it out on land. And we have the 5 streams running here. And those 5 streams represent the 5 streams on the pentacle energy. And so this is talking about matters of the earth, like bringing whatever it is your special qualities are down to the earth energy. And this is the North Star energy that represents that you're on your North Node, like you're on your destined path, as well as the 7 stars those are the 7 sisters in the Pleiades. So this star energy is saying you're meant to shine and you're meant to stand out. So you might be attracting attention because you're standing out, and maybe someone doesn't want you standing out. And so this is causing conflict. The opposing energy, Leo is across the wheel from the Aquarius energy. And Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is shining light on anything hidden or secretive in the moon energy. And like the full moon is a time to release anything that's holding you back from what you decided you were going to do during the new moon. So this is talking about really letting go and getting ready to, like, really putting that energy into, like, okay, I'm ready to go now. I've gathered the information. I want, there's something that you really are wanting to get into, get started here, get it launched. And we do have here in this Leo energy is talking about the sun is shining light on the fact that you deserve love in your life. And this can be after a time of going through a lot of conflict and hardship. We have the rainbow. So the rainbow comes after the storm. And this is saying that you are destined to have whatever this is. And you are, once you work through this conflict, that you will, you're really likely to have all the love you want in your life. That's what this represents here. It's kind of like ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. So will it be absolutely perfect 24/7? Probably not, but it will be, like you have the love with the partner that you want, and you have the love with your children and they're healthy and happy, and you love the neighborhood and the country you're in and your career and your peers and your clients. It's like a lovely life. And there's promise of that happening here. Then we have the energy of the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is representing seeds that you planted, and now this is your harvest. The Pentacle energy is about, health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimension. So the Pentacle energy does represent Earth, earthly matters, and the physical matter on Earth, which, we need to have money. And so it's the Pentacle energy is represented by a coin. But the thing is that it goes past just having money. You could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this is talking about, having the lifestyle and the coin and all of that, plus having the love that you want. So this is a very promising outcome. And Libra energy is when people are mature enough to make a strong commitment and decide to get married, maybe start family, that type of energy. Plus Libra energy is represented by the scales of justice. So this is talking about the energy when you're mature enough to realize that you sometimes have to go through the difficult times to be able to get to the better times. Like you have to put the work in. This is talking about your energy being very much wanting to do things the correct way, being on your destined path, being a good person, being the best version that you can be. And this is kind of when you're ready for the rat race in life, and it's like on your mark, get set, go. That's what this energy feels like to me. And so this is when you're a full-grown adult now. And so there's no excuses. Like you're going to have to, there's no one else that's going to stand up for you if you don't stand up for yourself when you're an adult. And this is talking about having planted seeds, and then you have a harvest of the Six Pentacles here. Now there's 10 Pentacles in Tarot, so 6 would be like upper middle class. And it's saying that you have enough to give to charity, and you are, that's what you're doing. You're giving some of your money to charity, and you're giving it to this person because you've learned the discernment from being an adult now, that this person feels to you like someone that really could use the money, and they're going to do something good with it. The scales of justice are hanging over this person's head because they've got something in their back pocket here. And so this is a grifter. And so this person, you're like, you've come to the judgment. I'm not giving you my money. And this can talk about someone that's in your life at this time, or it has been in the past at this time, like someone that you've known since you were a child, basically, has been using your money in some way to be able to, is willing to risk your money and other people's money, but not their own. And sometimes this energy can talk about being breadcrumbed. So if you work for someone, them not paying you what they should, or, not receiving the full amount of what is yours. And then we have this energy of temperance. And so this is talking about that energy of being an adult, understanding that you want to be on you're devoted to your path. You contain your temper. You realize that every day is not going to go absolutely perfectly, but generally your life is going really well. And it's talking about, staying on God's path. This is like your path of glory. And then we have the energy, again, very similar to the galactic energy here. But it's talking, so your partner might be, or the people on this end might be more galactic, and you're like the earth angel energy. The earth angel, in the Bible it says that God sends 144,000 angels down to earth, the chosen ones, and they have a high vibration, and they do their best, just like this star energy here, to add their own special qualities to the planet, or to the universal pool, and then they ground that on earth. And you can see there's already beautiful flowers growing here. She's got her left foot grounded. This is about your creativity coming out. So this is talking, the temperance is saying that you are staying as close, doing your best to be an adult, pull your own weight, do things the correct way. You're ready for marriage. You're ready for commitment. You would be an excellent parent. You would do your best. It's that type of energy. And so let's see now. This is basically saying now, this could be like you have a lover coming in, a new lover, if you don't have someone like that in your life. And maybe that's after this conflict ends. It's kind of like you have this peacefulness inside of you, and that's what you attract, is this peaceful energy. And then it can also be talking about wanting this lifestyle and feeling like, hey, I deserve it. I've put the time and energy in, and I want to find the love of my life. And now that's coming through. This could even represent being in a situation where you are with someone already, but now you're deciding, okay, let's take it to the next level and get married. And again, it's talking about adding your own special qualities to the earth, having, earned enough pentacles that you can handle any conflict that the world gives you, and moving on, as this is talking about having the knowledge that you need then to move forward. So this is really a good reading for you, Libra. I'm going to clarify now and see what's going on here with my oracle cards. This is the Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings. There's 64 of them in my gallery, and they on my website, talesfromthevector.com. This is how they're listed, how they're numbered in the gallery, and I will put them in the order they appear here so that you will know which paintings to look at if you feel like looking it up. So the Mother's Worry card, this has been coming out in a lot of the readings lately, and I feel like on a broader sense, this is talking about when the conflict on the planet itself, and how a lot of people, there's a lot of change on the planet, there's a lot going on, and a lot of people are concerned about the economy and that type of energy. So, but sometimes it's always, the saying on this is mirror, mirror on the wall, I've become my mother after all. So maybe you said when, you start to have children, and you said when you have your children, you're never going to do things. You're not going to yell at your children. You're not going to do this or that. And then you realize, oh, it's way harder than I thought it was. And one day you find yourself yelling at your children after promising yourself you would never do that, or getting divorced because, and saying, I would never do that to my family, and starting to understand, oh, well, sometimes life just is life, and things don't go the way that you planned. And then we have the Hierophant. So if this lover that God is saying is perfect for you, is this quite often, the cloud in between can represent an energy of being someone that you don't know. Like, you could know of them. They could be someone that you met way back when you were a child, but you haven't seen them since then, or someone that came into your life at some point, but you didn't ever have a relationship. There might have been an attraction there, and for whatever reason, it didn't take at that time. So the Hierophant is bringing justice in from the spiritual realm down to the physical. So this could be someone from your past that you didn't have a relationship in, but the attraction was there, and now the timing is perfect. We have the karmic space of pride, all or nothing. That's really sitting on this energy right here. This is talking about somewhat like this energy coming towards you. It's this conflict that they want to send your way. This is someone that, or someones that have this idea that whatever you have, they deserve it more than you. It's all or nothing. I'm going to take it from them, that type of energy. And it's the karmic space of pride. And what do they say? Pride before the fall. So if it's not meant for them and it's meant for you, you're not going to stop God's plan for someone's destiny to have what that is. When you're in the galactic energy of the star and temperance, God quite often has people stand out. They do appear differently for a good reason, because they're supposed to stand out. They have a special mission to do on the planet. We have the Aries energy here. So the Aries energy can be talking about whether you are, they don't call you a human doing, they call you a human being. And so this is about, sometimes it's just enough to be you, and just be this good person on the earth like that, that is, pleasant to be around, that, you value your own work, you take pride in what you do, you do your best. And so it's talking about that type of energy, I feel, in this case. When zodiac signs come in like this, I just want you to be aware, in my readings, I'm not talking about individuals. It could be that, yes, there is an Aries involved in this reading, and you need to take that for yourself and, put your own judgment on that, use your intuition. But I just want you to be aware that when the horoscope signs come out, I'm talking about the sign itself and what can we learn from it. Aries is like a very demanding baby. It's the infant of the zodiac, and it's the very first sign. And it's talking about really being ambitious and wanting to get up and learn how to walk, learn how to talk, learn how to do all those things in 1 year. And so it can be quite aggressive energy when it comes to doing. But sometimes it's enough that you just come into the planet and be yourself. So having that balance between being and doing is coming up here. And not overdoing. Look at this. We have I feel belongs to this energy here. And it's saying that this energy here is just someone's tempted to take what's yours. Like they're willing to do whatever they have to do to take it from you. And there is mother's worry here. So there could be a mother worried about this situation somewhere, definitely. Because this looks like it's someone in the, from when you were younger. But this is temptation. So when temptation comes in, the devil is very manipulative energy. The devil's not going to tempt you with something ugly. The devil's going to tempt you with something you really, really want. And so they want what this lifestyle, and they can see you're on your way to getting this and having this. And they want it, and they feel for whatever reason, instead of working on it for themselves, they decide, I'm just going to take it from you. It's mine. It's all mine. And so this is talking about some sort of temptation. And when this comes up, you're not going to get the truth from the devil. It's very manipulative energy. So instead, I'm going to take a look at it, and I'm going to cover this card with the next one up to see. The devil always sends in a minion to do his dirty work. He can't do he's not alive anymore. The devil spelled backwards is lived, as in he used to live, but now he lived at one time, but now he is not able to do his own dirty work. So he has to get some minion to come in and do it. And does God cover it? I always like to see. So we have a Leo energy coming in. Isn't this interesting? Because this is that sun shining, that energy. This is God stepping in and saying, I don't think so. You're not taking from my Libra here. There's no way you're taking this from them. This is for them. They put the work in. And look at, this is coming directly from the sun shining this situation, on this situation. So God is saying, no, you're not going to be taking this from them. If you want to have this, then you do what they have been doing rather than what you're doing. And so this is saying that God has you covered. The devil loses this fight. And then we have deception. So yeah, kiss me good, hex in the city. There definitely is some sort of energy here. Like this person might, it might come to your mind who this is, but this person behind the scenes, like they want your, it's not that they just want, your physical, like your house and all of that. They want that in their car, and they want better than you, basically. But they want to use your money to get it. And so how they have access to that, I'm not sure, but you might have an idea who this is. But they also want the love in your life. They want your partner. They want, they want your children. They don't want you to have anything. So this is someone that really does not like you and may have not, it could go way back when, and they never liked you, they never will like you, but they're not used to you standing up and fighting for yourself. They're used to you just kind of being nice about the whole thing, and you're not being nice anymore. So this is talking about this energy here. And then we have the energetic upgrade. So definitely you need to stand up for yourself here and say, you're not taking what's mine. This is an energetic upgrade. This is you having stayed on your destined path, doing everything you can to do it the right way, getting to your infinite potential. If you make a mistake, you'll admit it, and then you'll go back and do your best to fix it, and then you'll learn from it and move forward. And so this is really good energy. It's saying you have all the tools that you need to get what you want here, and that you're well on your way. I really like this reading for you, Libra. It's really good energy. Yeah, sometimes you have to stand up and fight for yourself, even when you don't want to, because otherwise they just, a lot of times people that are in that kind of all or nothing energy, they don't have pride in themselves. Like they don't, this is a bully energy. This is someone that doesn't feel like they can get it unless they take it from someone else. And it's really sad. If they just focused on their own path, then things would go a lot better for them. But I feel like this is saying that whatever this energy is, it may have really been messing with your life, and it's time to stand up and really deal with it now. So that's the energy I'm picking up. Deal with it. That's what's coming up. All right, I do hope you've enjoyed this. I enjoyed this reading. It's, like real life. And I thank you for your likes and your comments, your subscribes. This is a new spread that I'm doing. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoy it this way. I feel like this is more focused on the full moon energy. So that is, coming up pretty quick here. The full moon is like 4.5, 5 days away now, and we're going to really start feeling this energy coming in. And then remember, you probably will feel it for another 3 days after. All right, Libra, bye for now, and I will have another reading for you soon.